Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantathon, our quest to casually let's play every mainline Final Fantasy game plus some bonuses. And let's play Final Fantasy Tactics, where today we are continuing this crazy journey with Gus the Ninja and Shady the Flare Machine. I'm probably going to be good to go just to get going. Because we are really strong right now, but what I do need to do, before I forget, I do remember from last week, we need to get a better spear for Ramza, because his spear broke, and I only had a mithril spear for him, so I need to find somewhere that sells spears. I think one of these towns do. Hopefully I don't get into any random encounters. Also, there's some new equipment around, like this flash hat, which gives speed, which is pretty dope. Speed and magic. So, what do you have now? Black Hood, which is just 72 HP. This is more HP and everything, like way better, so. If I can afford it, I think everyone should get those. And then this is Absorb Earth, Strengthen Earth, HP 85. Cancel Stop. Yeah, that's better. It's less MP, but he doesn't care about that. Okay, now this might be a bit different. It's good for that. Actually, oh god, you do lose a ton of MP. Is it worth it to lose the MP for an extra magic? Probably not for Freddy. Well, I don't know, because I don't very often use all my MP with Freddy. His spells don't cost that much. So maybe I will give him that. This, however, is probably a bit too much. Man, look at that HP, though. That's -2 magic, though. So yeah, well, that's probably too much. But Flash Hat, I think, is worth. Now for you, I should probably keep your MP, because you need a lot of MP. So you keep what you got. And then you are good. Okay. That was good, but I still need a spear. We have a lot to talk about today, by the way. I'm just gonna wait till I'm, like, into a fight. Air knife, what the heck? But, the PlayStation, showcase was Wednesday. And I wanted to talk about that in a non-spoilery way. Aha! Wait, that's a new spear, too. See, I had the Partisan before, I think. Rune Blade. What? Oh, do I still have Equipped Sword on? Did I forget to take it off? Because Lancers cannot equip that. They can, however, equip this. It's not that much better, but it is better. Reflect Mail. Always gives Reflect and gives more HP. And I don't usually cast magic on him. I think I get this. Usually always Reflect sucks, but since this game you don't really use any healing magic, I think Reflect Mail might actually be really good on him. Also, yeah, why is it Obelisk? Shouldn't it be Obelisk? Isn't Obelisk a spear name in the universe? I feel like there was an Obelisk in 12. I mean, Obelisk is also another word, but no, I'm pretty sure there's a spear called Obelisk somewhere. Pretty sure. Rhapsode, thank you for the tier 2 30 months. Thank you. Alright, now we gotta make our way all the way back up there. If we get into a random battle, I'll just let it go. Yeah, it's like a stone pillar or stone slab. But also, I'm pretty sure it's the name of a spear. In 12, which is also this world. Not talking about Obelisk the Tormentor. Get your head out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! I know. Can never stop thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. So far, so good. Wow, I'm getting really lucky here. Wow, that was lucky. Did we shop here yet? I don't think we did. Oh, should I give you... Should probably give you Reflect Mail too, huh? I very often give him buffs, though. So I think I'm gonna just do Crystal Mail. I mean, my Time Mage has to do something. Right? Alright, now that we're almost out of money. Let's get it going. I notice a noticeable, like, lag when I tell my character to move on the world map now. Which is strange. Maybe because the map is so big now? This is oddly familiar. I was literally about to say this looks like Cloud and Aerith. But now it really is Cloud and Aerith. She even has Aerith's hair! What am I looking at here? Would you like a flower? It's only one gill. What? Flowers? What's wrong? You've never seen a flower before? Of course. Won't you buy it? Alright, I'll buy it. Really? Thank you. I was waiting for her to, like, pull a bomb out or something. In a place like this, not a lot of people buy flowers around here. When is my knight in shining armor going to take me away from here? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me for babbling. Thank you so much for buying the flower. Bye. It's just the day and age. That was the whole scene? Okay, well, that was incredible. Wow, there wasn't even a fight here. It said there was a fight. What's the black costume? Oh. Well, that was something. Was not expecting that. Moving on. Also, the name of the city kind of sounds like a Final Fantasy VII enemy. Zargadagagagidus or something. Now this is a fight. Let's go... That is a terrifying squad right there. Gus and Shady on the same side of the field. Ain't no one surviving over there. I'm waiting for, like, in the middle of this fight, that girl shows up and she's like, that's the guy that bought my flower, and then, like, drops holy lightning on the enemy. If you want to pass, leave your money. And get your hand off of that sword if you want to live. I really like this song. Boss, this guy's wanted. Yeah, with a huge bounty. Maybe it's better to kill him and get the reward than to take their money now. Yeah, I saw his face on a wanted poster. We're no bounty hunters, but what the hell? Let's kill him for the gill. Gotta love these fights that there's really like no story. It's just the bandits want your money. Fight. Alright, so while we're doing this fight, Fernando, let's talk about the PlayStation Showcase, because there's some interesting stuff. So last time there was a PlayStation show, it was... Ow! It was the State of Play that had, like, literally nothing. So I didn't even end up really talking about it, because they didn't show anything. But this time they showed some interesting stuff. I'm wondering if this showcase thing is going to be kind of their new E3, in a way. It was like 2 hours long. And they announced, near the end of it, they announced a portable, like, it looks like a PS5 controller with a screen in the middle. Kind of like that old GameCube controller with the keyboard in the middle, but it's a PS5 controller with a screen in the middle, and it's basically a Switch from Wish.com. It's like you can play your PS5 on this controller. Like you could walk out of the room with this thing and keep playing your PS5. Like I think that's all it does. The way they described it, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like it's just a remote play device. So, like, your PS5 has to be on, and it just streams it to the device. That's the way they described it. Now, they might change it to, like, be able to do its own stuff, but from what they described in the video, it's literally just a streaming device. It just streams your PS5 to this device. That's all it does. So, you know, if you got to go to the bathroom, but you don't want to stop playing, you can take this into the bathroom. Like that. I don't really see too much else reason for it, but I don't know. I guess it depends on what the range is like, and like it should work through network, so you should be able to take it like anywhere as long as your PS5's on. I think, right? Because I think the Vita could do the same thing. If your PlayStation was on at home, you could like connect to the internet and get to it, I think. I'm not sure. I never ended up doing that. Like in college, it would have been great because I could leave my PlayStation on at my apartment and go to school, and in between classes, I could like connect to my PlayStation. But I never ended up doing that. I ended up just playing what was on my Vita because the Vita had plenty of stuff to play, and I didn't feel like leaving my PlayStation on all day. So I never actually ended up doing that, but I think that's what you could do with this device. In any case, the fact that they kind of announced that at this showcase kind of gives me the vibe that these showcases are kind of their way of doing... Good Lord, Gus. That's absolutely brutal. Their way of doing, like, E3 showcases now. So that's interesting. But anyways, so They actually announced. They actually like talked about a lot of stuff and showed a lot of stuff. The big announcement of the show was. Do you have time to cast this? Yes. Although Arnold's gonna get missed, but. The big announcement of the show was a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, which had been rumored, but not officially talked about at all. The announcement of the remake was like really mixed. Way more than I thought it would be. I thought that most people would be really excited about it. Mostly because all the remakes in the last couple years have been really good. You look at the Final Fantasy VII remake, you look at all the Resident Evil remakes, like remakes are super hot right now and they're doing them in a way that's making fans happy. So I really thought that everyone was going to be like super duper excited. But it's pretty mixed, and the big reason is because of the whole thing with Kojima and Konami and them. The big falling out they had, and then he went and made his own company, and now he's not able to be a part of Metal Gear. So this Metal Gear Solid 3 remake more than likely will not have him involved, which rubs everyone the wrong way. It also may not have any of the original voice actors or people that Kojima took with him involved. So like it's like the idea of a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake is huge because Metal Gear Solid 3 is like the big one. But at the same time, everyone's kind of nervous about it because of the falling out with Kojima. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. But what it does kind of show us is that the entire industry is definitely doubling down on this whole remake thing. After the Final Fantasy VII remake was unbelievably successful, and then all the Resident Evil remakes were also unbelievably successful. Granted, Resident Evil 3 kind of flopped, but 4 is doing amazing. 2 obviously did amazing, so definitely seems like everyone is really doubling down on the whole remake formula. And, I mean, I don't have any issue with that. I think that if they keep making them well, then, you know, keep them coming. I guess I'll have to wait and see. Gotta kill Arnold. So that was that, and then the other big announcement thing was they showed a bunch of Spider-Man 2, which people are saying looks fine. That wasn't really too exciting because everyone kind of already knew about it. What excited me watching it was the very beginning of the showcase. It was like banger after banger after banger indie games. They started off hot in the showcase. Like I started watching the showcase and I'm like, all right, they're probably going to show a bunch of crap I don't care about, so I can just kind of like stay distracted for a bit until they get to the good stuff, you know? Which is usually the case. Even with like E3 and stuff, it's always like the first part is just like, whatever, and then I start watching once it gets exciting. I was like glued to the screen for the first like 45 minutes because they showed like 5 or 6 indie games all back to back to back that were really big and interesting. They showed Neva, which is from the creators of Gris. They showed Sword of the Sea, which is from the creators of Abzu and Journey, which, holy crap, Sword of the Sea looks incredible. If you did not see the Sword of the Sea trailer, it is literally Tony Hawk's Pro Skater mixed with Journey. It looks so cool. And then on top of that, there's like a layer of like Abzu, of like water and stuff. It basically looks like they took Journey and Abzu and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and they threw it in a blender. That's what Sword of the Sea looks like. It looks so cool. And then they also showed Ultros, which is kind of funny because Final Fantasy VII Squid, or Final Fantasy Squid. But also, it's like a pretty cool looking Metroidvania style indie game. And what was interesting about Ultros is that they didn't say who's making it. They probably said afterwards, but during the showcase, they did not say that there was no company name. It was just a short like snippet of gameplay, and that was it. So I'm kind of interested to see who's making that. And so yeah, they just like back to back to back showed all these really cool indie games. And then the rest of everything was kind of just, if you're into it, you're into it. Ghost Runner 2 was announced. That's really cool. There's this really cool indie game called The Plucky Squire, whereas it's very like what's the Legend of Zelda game where it goes from 3D to 2D? I forget which one that is. But it's like you're in a book and then you come out of the book into a 3D world and then back into the book, and it looks really neat. Link Between Worlds, that's what it is. Because it makes sense with the name, right? Now look at Gus go. He can go across the entire field and just assassinate people. It's actually nuts. That is actually insane. But the big one that really caught my eye was Phantom Sword Zero. If you've not seen the trailer for Phantom Sword Zero, I highly recommend you check it out, even if you're not into it. Because it's a really I've never seen a trailer like this before. The way that the camera moved with what seemed to be the gameplay, it almost looked like an on-rails, like, the only way I can describe it is it kind of looks like the type of game you'd play in an arcade, where, like, the character's on rails and just walks in and out of battles, and then you, like, swing like crazy or something. But I don't think that's how the game actually is. But the movement of the sword and the way that he attacks and the different combos you do, they're all so fast and so fluid that it almost looks like a cutscene. But apparently it was gameplay. It like blew my mind. I was like, what am I watching? So it was really fascinating. I really want to see what that ends up being like. Because I was like, what am I watching? That was really bizarre. It kind of looked like Sekiro on steroids. Like Sekiro, but with a more almost like Bayonetta-esque style rather than like a Souls style. It was wild. That was absolutely wild trailer. So pretty interested in that. Then then we get to talk about Square Enix for a minute. Square. How do we even talk about Square? So Square, the only thing that, or no, I think they showed two things. I don't even remember what the other thing was. But they showed this game called Foam Stars, and everyone's saying it's basically Splatoon from Wish.com. I don't think it's Splatoon from Wish.com. I think it's Splatoon. I think it's Splatoon, but the thing is, like, it is the most Square Enix thing I've ever seen. Like, it is so Square Enix when you watch it. It's so them. I gotta decide who I'm hitting. Samuel, Dick. Okay, I can hit him, but only if someone doesn't kill me before that. Oh god, I didn't even notice Fernando's right there. Well, Fernando's gonna kill me for sure. I didn't even see him stand there. So it's just so Square Enix, dude. It's like these goofy anime-inspired, like, super high-energy characters in this, like, city that's like Gold Saucer on steroids with all the lights and craziness and goofy one-liners and just, it's like the most Square Enix trailer. I'm watching it and I'm just sitting there like, yep, this is the new Square Enix game. Like, I'm just extremely not surprised in any way that this is what Square Enix has been up to. And it's bizarre because, like, right now Square Enix is on such this tear of, like, doing the best things ever and then also the worst things ever. And I never know how to feel about anything they do, because right now anything they do is either super hot fire or total garbage. And so whenever I see something from them that I'm not so sure about, it leads me to believe it's going to be super hot garbage, you know? So I guess I'm not too hot on the whole foam party thing, but who knows? Maybe it'll be good. What my issue, and a lot of other people's issues too, is that, like, I don't think Splatoon is necessarily a genre yet that you can, like, copy. You know? Like, when... Should I jump? This is Samuel. No, I don't want you to listen. When Battle Royales got big, everyone copied off of it, but it was pretty, like, obvious. Why am I... Okay, yeah, I can definitely jump. When Battle Royales got popular, it was really obvious that it was going to be a new genre and that everyone was going to, like, copy off of it, and everyone was just trying to get in first. But with Splatoon, it's like Splatoon is really the only territory-based shooter, I think. Are there any others? I'm sure there was one or two that were, like, on Steam or something, but none of the big players made a territory-based shooter, did they? Not that I can think of. So this is kind of the first one to say, like, yeah, we're literally going to copy Splatoon. We think that this is going to be a new genre and that everyone's going to love it. And I just don't know if that's true. Like, Splatoon is pretty big and Splatoon 2 is pretty big, but I don't think it's big enough to say, like, yeah, this is a new genre and we need to jump on it. At least that's kind of the vibe I get. Like, I really don't think people are going to jump into this and be like, oh man, a new territory shooter. Like, I think people are just happy with Splatoon. Like, oh, I know it's very big in Japan. Which, okay, that is a good point. It's really big in Japan, and so is Square Enix. So that's probably why. That's a good point. But, and I do like, I mean, when you think about it, the direction they're going for, like, an anime-style Splatoon. If there was one thing that they should do with Splatoon in Japan, nice block, it would be go with, like, an anime style. So, I mean, I guess on the surface, it's a really good idea. Let's take this thing that's already popular in Japan and mix it with something else that's popular in Japan. But I don't know, it just comes across as weird. Like, it comes across as, like I said, if people want a territory shooter, they'll play Splatoon. I don't know if they're really looking for a new one, but maybe they are. Maybe it all makes sense in Japan. Regardless, that trailer just really cracked me up watching it. Like, oh my god, this is so Square Enix. Oh, that was, I mean, I think they showed something else too, but they did also show Final Fantasy 16. I'm not going to talk anything about it. I didn't even watch it. I skimmed through it, but I didn't actually watch it. Because I'm in the point now where they're spoiling everything, and so I'm just staying away from it. Okay, Samuel's next. Can I get a flare off? No. But I can do this. Aha! Try to catch me up here. So... yeah, that's the other issue. Oh, are you serious? You better not! You have got to be kidding me! I can't believe you just did that. I cannot believe he just did that. What an actual jerk. Yeah, Square Enix is in Let's Spoil Everything mode. It's good to hear that they didn't actually spoil too much in that trailer, but I know they spoiled some stuff in the other trailers, so... But yeah, I mean, at this point, 16 is less than a month away. Are you serious? That was like 80%. It's like less than a month away, so I'm not worried about the trailers anymore. Hey, 16 is definitely shaping up to be big, though. From everything I've seen and from what Square seems to be putting into it and everything, it's, oh my god, he threw a Morning Star at me. It's a good thing I dodged that. Don't you dare. It's really looking like they're putting as much into this as they did. Maybe not as much as the remake, but they're doing a good job really touting 16 as being big, so hopefully... Oh shoot, I'm too close. Dang it. Hopefully it ends up being good, and I think it will be good, and it definitely looks good, so... yeah, there was also... Don't. Dude, it's like her turn right now, too. You've got to be kidding me. I missed the double 80, but he hits 260s. Oh, there you go. She's dead anyways. Dude, throw is insane. If you have a ton of money, you can just hold on to weapons and throw them, and it's like stupid damage. And really good hit percents. Please. 85%, please. Thank you. I want Gus back into the fight, but I was trying to finish that guy off first. Both of these guys are almost dead. Dragon's Dogma 2, which looked really cool, was announced. Also, Alan Wake 2, I think, was already announced, but they showed a bit of it, and that looked really cool. Anything else? They showed a little bit of that Assassin's Creed game. That's really wild, isn't it? They're making like a smaller Assassin's Creed game. Either because people don't care, or... I don't know. Does anyone know why they're doing that? It specifically said, like, it's going to be a smaller Assassin's Creed game, which is just interesting. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2, let's go. Can't wait. Bunch of VR stuff, which I didn't really care about, but they did show Resident Evil 4 Remake VR, which is cool. They also showed Helldivers 2. That was what they opened with. Ghostblade 2, I said before, but that did look really cool. Oh! There is one more big thing that I forgot about. Well, a couple things. They showed some Street Fighter 6. We've already seen so much of that at this point. They also showed Fair Games, which I don't know too much about. But that looks like it's going to be pretty big. Bungie announced Marathon, which had a really cool trailer, but we don't really know a lot about it yet. But that trailer was like really neat. But the big thing that shocked me, that I didn't see really too many people talking about, was Talos Principle 2. That is pretty crazy out of nowhere for me. I don't know if it was announced anywhere before and I just missed it. But I was watching it, and they showed, like, I forget what it was. I think it was the tower. They showed something, and I was like, oh my god, is this Talos Principle? And it was, but, like, Talos Principle was a very small indie game where, like, less was more. They didn't, like, show... It wasn't, like, a huge world. They didn't show a lot. A lot of the features of the game were very basic, and they kind of used that to their advantage. But Talos Principle 2 looked like a huge game, and there was these huge buildings and huge environments and stuff. So I'm really interested in, like, is it going to be a completely different type of game? You know, like, where are they going with it? Because it did not really look like Talos Principle 1 at all. It did in terms of, like, you know, they had the stuff that makes it Talos Principle in it. And I knew it was Talos Principle, like, halfway through the trailer. But yeah, it's like, looks way bigger and more... How many times has he killed Shady this fight? There seems to be... I don't know, something different about it. Almost like it's going to be an open world, or... Ooh. Nope, I don't want that. Or, yeah, I do want that. If I can reach. Oh, I'm one block away. I could do... Why am I missing 1 MP? But yeah, I love Talos Principle. I kind of like it for how small it is, so I don't know. It's weird. It's cool, though. It's been so long since Talos Principle 1, I almost wonder if they've been working on it this entire time, or if they just decided, like, now's the time for Talos Principle. I don't know, but really interesting. I played the Street Fighter 6 demo. I'm not a Street Fighter guy. I really don't like Street Fighter. But I loved the way Street Fighter 6 looked. It looked super impressive. So I tried out the demo just to check it out. It was cool. I'm much more excited for Tekken 8. Tekken 8 looks incredible. But, there's gonna be a huge fighting game revolution here soon with Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 1 coming out. It's gonna be interesting to see which one takes over, or if they all do well. Honestly, I think there's a case for all of them doing well in their own respective ways. Fighting games tend to be that way. They get their own followings, and they all kind of succeed. But they all look really good. And they all look like different enough to where they stand out from the previous games. So the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer was nuts. Like, actually crazy. Couldn't believe how good. I mean, they always just destroy in the graphics department. Mortal Kombat has always been one of the best looking games, and Mortal Kombat 1 is definitely looking like it's going to be one of the best looking games ever. So what am I doing with you now? Do I want to do Ignore Height? Kind of want to do Dragon Spirit instead of Regenerator. Regenerator's also good, though. I think I like Move 2 better than Ignore Height. And then maybe I get Equip Spear and then maybe change him, but I don't know. I like him as a Lancer. I think Lancer's really good. I don't really have any reason to take him off of Lancer. You need to learn High Ether. And Remedy would also be nice. You need to learn High Ether. And can you learn anything nice yet? Try to learn Slow. Or maybe Stop. Quick. Time Magic vastly increases the speed of time passage, hastening AT. How's that different than Haste? Huh. I think this seems like it's something different. This seems like it's actually affecting specific characters and moving their AT forward. Like in one motion, it like gives them a turn faster. That's interesting. Should I just save up for Meteor? When HP level is terminal, your AT is executed next. Wow, that's cool. Physical damage is converted into magic damage. Huh. Well, that seems crazy. Does this just make you faster all the time? All good, Regino. You'll know if it's a question. I will specifically say, hey chat, please answer this for me. Otherwise, I'm just thinking. I could learn Teleport. Time Mage really seems like kind of nuts. If I learn like Teleport and Short Charge, it seems like I can just jump around the map fully healing people with X potions. If I just combine Chemist and Time Mage, which is what he is right now. Just teleport around the map, plopping X potions on people. Can you learn anything yet? Not really. Alright. Just keep going. Shady Oracle. Yeah, I heard something about a 16 demo, but I didn't actually see... It didn't say in the thing about it. But I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll probably play it, I guess. Because nowadays, demos tend to stretch into the actual game. I'm sure people will be interested to see it. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. The game is so close, like, I don't know. Like, back in the day, I would have said, you know, forget the demo. If I know I'm buying the game, I'll just wait for the game. But nowadays, it feels like you're kind of missing out on a bit of the game if you don't play the demo. You know, demos tend to, like, build into the actual game, and sometimes there's stuff in the demo that you can't get once the game comes out, and sometimes you get, like, a version of the game that never exists ever again, like a differently balanced experience. So, I don't know, I'll have to think about it. I will say, I like this trend of Square Enix doing demos more often. They did a demo for Forspoken as well. And yeah, I miss the old days of every game getting a demo. I'm glad that Square Enix is doing more demos. Not only that, but it seems like all their games they make very readily accessible. They make a lot of their games like free-to-play or free-to-play for a certain point. 14 has the crazy, like, get to level 60 before you have to pay thing. A lot of their big games are getting demos. They're adding a lot of their games to PlayStation Pass. We were talking Wednesday about how almost the entire Square Enix library is on the PS Plus Pass right now. Like, actually insane how much Square Enix is on the PlayStation Pass. It's like 20% of the pass is Square Enix games. It's nuts. They have the entirety of Kingdom Hearts. They have every Final Fantasy game that is on, other than the Pixel remaster. So you have 7, 8, 9, the Steam ports, 10 and 10-2 remaster, 12 Zodiac Age, and then 15 all on the pass, and the remake DLC are all on the pass. You have all the Dragon Quest Heroes 1, Dragon Quest Heroes 2, Dragon Quest Builders 1, Dragon Quest Builders 2, all the Tomb Raiders. Like, it goes on and on and on. There's so much. It's like everything. It's crazy. So really wild. They're just making a lot of their stuff accessible, which I like. It's nice. Like I said, Square Enix is their decisions are very good or their decisions are very bad. On one hand, you have the demos and the accessibility and the remake and a lot of these great games they're making, and on the other hand, you have their double down on NFTs, Balan Wonderworld, Forspoken. The list goes on there, so it's like it's very one side or the other with Square right now. Who disturbs our sleep? You have the Zodiac Stones? Then hand it over. With that, we can go to a higher dimension. What the heck is a higher dimension? I feel like they had to come up with a fight here, and they're like, ghosts. Why not ghosts? They have an oracle. I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but I might want to be careful. My name is Gus. I'm here to kill things. Die. Oh. Why are they red? Is that just a visual thing, or are they like have something going on? Oh, they have a summoner too, named Sissy. Sissy the summoner. Hey, my reflect armor will reflect the summon, right? That'll definitely work. It's a big drain. Dang, it like drained his whole health bar back. And then flew away. That's not cool. I heal Gus from here. I need more X potions. Almost out. My auto potion is draining my X potion supply. Okay, I can definitely jump this guy. It's gonna almost one-shot him. And Shady is a bit hard to... She's a bit squishy. Wow, perfect. Now he'll just barely die to jump.